and she smiles through the pain, and she prays. I'm standing before you to give Wednesday, December 31st. So, Greater Mount Sinai family, we know that on August 9th, 2025, Greater Mount Sinai and this community experienced one of the most significant storms in our history. A storm so severe that it flooded our sanctuary and rendered it unsafe and uninhabitable for worship and services. At the beginning of this year, our pastor, Victor C. Davis Sr., declared that 2025 would be a year of making room for more. According to Isaiah 54:2, no matter what we faced in our personal lives, we held on to that promise, trusting that God was expanding us. On August 9th, as I stepped over the shattered glass frame that was at the south side entrance, that entrance over there, and entered into the sanctuary, this sanctuary, I witnessed firsthand how something we often take for granted, water, an element of life, cleansing, and joy, had become an instrument of destruction. At its highest point, the water rose nearly 10 feet, overtaking and destroying our sacred place of worship. As I carefully made my way to this platform, at that time it was mangled and displaced, I saw the pews that were bolted into the concrete overturned and the pastoral chairs in the back of the sanctuary and over by the elevator, thrown just across the sanctuary as if it wasn't bolted in place. Yet in that moment, instead of despair, I felt an overwhelming sense of how awesome and amazing our God truly is, right? So even surrounded by devastation, God's presence was still here. As I looked across the sanctuary, I confidently spoke the mantra that our pastor had given us. God was making room for more. God had literally wiped everything away, not to harm us, but to prepare us for our more. And then the miracles, the communion table. I don't know if you all heard the story. The communion table remained intact. We're talking about miracles, signs, and wonders. It was proof that God's commitment to us, his communion with us, would remain standing. So, if in 2025 you experience a catastrophic loss, understand that this may have been God's way of making room for more in your life too. So today I stand to give God glory. I stand to give him honor. I stand to give him praise. And on top of that, I stand to extend an invitation to you on behalf of Victor C. Davis Sr., our senior pastor, to come join us on Wednesday, December 31st, as we continue to celebrate and welcome in the new year. We will transform Greater Mount Sinai into a celebratory space. The celebration will begin promptly at 6 p.m. with a catered dinner. And from there, we will flow seamlessly into the celebratory worship service. The service will conclude before midnight, allowing you and your family the opportunities to travel safe to your next destination and welcome the new year in the comforts of the home with your loved ones. So I'm excited about our New Year's Eve celebration. I'm excited about 2026. Come dressed in your finest because it's going down here at the Greater Mount